Alright, welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. So today I was spending some time chipping the ice on the pond, and long and behold, the sun came out, which it's not out right this moment, but the upper snow melt has started to melt, and we are going into the flood zone. So this is the creek and the water coming down. You can see it is rapidly moving. And it is rising quicker and quicker. I mean, look at this. This is nuts. And like I said, I want to build a bridge where that culvert is so more water can pass through. But you can see the ducks and the geese, they are extremely happy now because they are getting a bigger pond. The de-icer I have turned off. I've been running, or not running the de-icer a day here, day there when the temperatures are up. But as of right now, mid-April, it's pretty much all iced over again because we're in cold temperatures. But a few weeks ago, this was the flooding, and you can see just a lot of water on top of that ice. And the problem I'm running into now is I don't have the spillway completed yet. And the two 6-inch pipes aren't quite keeping up with the water flow. So it's a good thing that I had planned to do the concrete spillway over top of the pipes. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a second layer of cinder blocks and then stucco over top the cinder blocks and do a water sealant. But you can see this is how much water is coming through. The two 6-inch pipes are running. There's water running outside. There's water running over the top. And I mean, it's just horrendous. I mean, think of all that power if I had the hydroelectric wheel already built. I mean, that is a ton of power at a 12 and a half foot drop. I mean, it's just unreal how much water is coming down right now. But then again, I told everybody, my alien senses said we were going to have snow and tons of moisture once I get moved over here because I control the weather. And sure enough, we've had a lot of snow this year. And this goes to show there's a lot of moisture because last year, the spillway worked perfectly fine. Never had it overflow. And I'm kind of glad that I've stacked up the dam area with a lot of extra dirt for whatever washes away. I'll be able to backfill. Plus, from the house site, from the septic, I'm going to have a lot of extra dirt left over. So as soon as I get the concrete U built for the spillway, I'll be able to bring all the dirt over, backfill everything, get everything set up, and then start bringing the dump truck loads of sand to form my beach. And I'm getting real excited. I mean, spring is around the corner when you see water like this flowing and the snow slowly melting away. So before you know it, I'll be planting nut trees, maybe be getting some fruit trees. I'll be planting seed. I'll be doing all different things this year. So this journey is going to start growing. And with all this moisture, we're going to get a lot of stuff accomplished this year. So little by little, it's coming. It's just one problem after the next problem. You never know what's going to happen. And like this, I was chipping at the ice, and then all of a sudden, boom, all this water comes out of nowhere. So the dogs are out playing around. The ducks and geese are having fun swimming all over the place. There goes Mia Mouse down there on the right. She's trying to find duck eggs and goose eggs. I got them on their egg diet now. They go out looking for eggs every morning. But it's a beautiful thing. Before you know it, all this ice will be gone. The pond will be nice and clear again. And hopefully have some goldfish left over from last year. And I plan on getting some more goldfish this year. And maybe in a year or two, I might get it stocked with other fish. So, who knows? But I'll be back with you, and I'll show you the upper part of the creek bed as soon as I come back. So stay tuned. Well, I figure before we go look at the upper creek bed, why not be a daredevil? So here I am out here on the pond. You can see all the water, and we're all out here walking around on the pond. Of course, it's not really being a daredevil because the ice is still 5 foot thick. It's only a couple inches of water across the top, which I know is a lot of weight overall. But 5 feet of ice, it'd take a lot more than a couple inches of water and an alien that weighs 119 pounds with a couple fluffer nutters on the pond to actually crack the ice. So, of course, I would know if the ice is bad because you would hear cracking and all that type of stuff. You would feel vibration from the ice cracking underneath. And, of course, it is super, super solid. So the dogs are just out here playing around. They love walking around on the pond. They love getting wet. And then, of course, Chubbs is afraid to get on the pond right now since he fell in that video when I think it was I drove drunk across the pond or something like that when he fell in because he wasn't paying attention. And so he's a little bit wary, but he'll get better with it. But it's been a beautiful day. I've been getting some work done, trying to figure out what to do next because there's just so much to do. And with all this water, I'm a little bit nervous that I could possibly lose part of the spillway if it eats too much of the dirt away. I mean, look at that flow of water. I mean, it's just ridiculous on how much water is coming down. And it just hasn't stopped. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. And you can see how much has been ate away from the water right there. So I was thinking about throwing some dirt over top. But if I do that, the water is just going to eat that dirt away. And it's just going to keep going. And look at that tail wagging. Mr. Chubbs is like, I want to come out on the pond. But he's too scared. So who knows? Maybe he'll come out. Maybe Max will fall in the hole. I don't know. But this is the homesteading life. This is the mountain life. This is the life when you have a pond and a creek and tons of snow in the winter and a lot of quick thawing in a couple hours span. I mean, like I said, I was out chipping ice earlier, and within a couple hours, I mean, there's all this water on the pond. And of course, the dogs love it because they play in the water, then they roll in the snow. And where Mia Mouse is sinking, I tried walking up there, and it's like 4.5 feet deep. I was going way down. My waist was below, and I got caught in the one thing and didn't think I was going to get out. I kept wobbling and wiggling and squirming and trying just to get one leg up to lay out flat across and pull myself out. And it's a shock on how deep the snow still is. And here he comes. He finally became brave again. So now he's going to go play with Papa Mouse right there and Mia Mouse, and Minnie Mouse is just checking things out, and it's just beautiful. I mean, it's just breathtaking on how much water there is. I mean, it just leaves me speechless because we've had so much snow, so much ice, and to see this much water across the pond again, it's just an exciting thing. And knowing that I could possibly have ducklings this spring, I could have goslings this spring, I could have a lot of different things this spring. So it's just one step at a time and waiting for spring. So there's Jackson down there by the pond. We got Ghost up above. And the goats have been coming down, drinking from the pond. They come out on the pond every once in a while, but not too often. So let me go ahead and get up the creek, and I'll show you the water flow up there. And then that will be the end of the video once you see the top part of the creek. Hey, Mamas. What's up, Crow Crow?